CLARIN ERIC is a European research infrastructure working for the social sciences and humanities. We're basically about storing and making language data available through repositories, through tools, and making that available in an easy-to-use way for the humanities and the social sciences. So there's a lot of language data out there. There's also many tools that can process language data. But the challenge is to really document this and make it available in a way that is both easy to access for humans, so the researchers who can download data through their browsers or so, but also for machines. So in such a way that, for instance, it's possible to make syntactic analysis of a text file out of a newspaper corpus, and to make that link between the data that is human accessible, but also making those data sets accessible for machines. That was really a challenge. So we adopted the data fabric output because it fitted very well with our ecosystem, so to say. So we have repositories with language data in there that come with metadata, with persistent identifiers. We have a repository that basically describes also the other repositories so that you can automatically find out where data is stored. And then we also have a wide range of tools that can process the data sets that are stored in those repositories. And through the concept of data fabric, we were able to make this accessible in an easy way, but also in a standardized way, in such a way that, for instance, we can cross-connect data sets from neighboring communities. Think about cultural heritage from Europeana or colleagues from Daria, and trying to make the data flow work. So from the data sets from those neighboring communities to the tools within CLARIN and the other way around. So basically really about interoperability, making things work together. Well, it was in a sense not a huge task because we were also involved in the creation of the data fabric concept. So it was already quite well modeled along the ways we were already working. But what was basically required was making things a bit more explicit. So for instance, setting up a central registry where we were registering our repositories. It's about making your metadata available, having clear policies around your persistent identifiers, using federated identity to log in to resources that are password protected, making sure that you're compliant with fair requirements on the data sets that you're hosting and the tools that you're hosting. From that perspective, I think it was actually a kind of natural thing that we did there. So it was not that like we had this one leap where all of a sudden we were compatible with the data fabric concept, but it was something where we were already largely conceptually compatible, where we had to make the last 5 meters, so to say, to make sure that it all fitted together. I think important part there was the network effect, I would say. So for instance, by making our centers available in the center registry, the repositories were also automatically registered in registries like We3 Data. So, and from that perspective, the repositories also became much more visible to the outside community. And this actually was nicely demonstrating this network effect. So you make sure that you have described your repositories, your data, your tool in a consistent and good way. And later on, you can build up on that, and you see an ever expanding network effect. And this is really the nice thing, and also one of the good achievements of the RDA, I think. It's making sure that those earlier on maybe somehow isolated research communities are working together, are having this kind of cross connections. Yeah, I think one of the important lessons that we've learned is that it's important to be involved from the beginning. Make sure that you're involved in the process, that you can give feedback in an early way so that in an iterative fashion the feedback is taken into account and you can have productive discussions on this and make sure that what comes out of the process, the output of the working group in RDA, is something that you can live with and that actually matches with the reality that your research infrastructure is working with. I would definitely recommend it. And it's actually not only useful, it's actually also fun to be involved in the discussion. So I would warmly recommend it.